So Nathan, today we'll study about sine and cosine law.
All right.
Sine and cosine law. So what is a sine law? Let me take a screenshot and paste it and explain. Yeah. So if we take a triangle, so this sine and cosine law is not limited to right angle triangles. So you take any triangle, let this triangle be ABC, and the sides opposite to this angle A is a small a. Similarly, here's side. Let this AC be small b because opposite to the B angle. And similarly, the side opposite to angle C, let it be small c. So what this sine law says is the ratio of the side to the sine of the opposite angle will be same with the other side and the sine opposite to that angle. So A upon sine A means this side and the sine of the opposite angle. Similarly, B, this side, divided by the sine of the opposite angle, and the C, the ratio of this side C with the sine of the opposite angle. All values will be same. That's the law of sines. And this is very helpful to calculate the missing angles, missing sides for any triangle. So for example, if I take one question, this will be more clear. Once again. Yes, I just keep it here. And then let's see this question. So again, we'll draw one triangle. This is ABC. Angle A is 40. Okay. B is 65 degree. Okay. So basically, you can find out C because the two angles already been given, right? You just add them and that become 105 and you can just subtract 105 and you get 175. I mean 1 minus 1 is 0, 75. So we have able to find out the three angles. Side A is 7. So A, which will be 7, the opposite to angle. This will be 7. Small a is the side opposite to angle A. Similarly, this will be B and this will be C. So they're asking us to find B. So what we'll do is we only use this part of the sine law, only this much. We don't need this because we don't even have to find out C. They're just asking us to find B. So what all we have to write A upon sine A equal to B upon sine B. So A is given as 7. So we'll write 7 upon sine A, which is sine 40, equal to B, which we don't know, but we have been given with the angle B, the sine of 65. Actually, we don't even we have to find out angle C here. We just find out. So after this, we'll use the Decimal's calculator which I have shared with you to find out the values of sine 40 and sine 65. The sine 40, how much it is? Let's type. We have the sine 40 and then close the bracket, enter. It came out to be 0.642. Let's take copy that and paste here. I don't know if it will come or not. It came. Yes, this is the value. Equal to B, which we don't know, but Sine 65 we can calculate. Again, we'll go to Desmos calculator, and instead of this 40, we'll type 65. So we got this value, and we'll paste it over here. Now it's all about cross multiplication, and just do the cross multiplication, and this value will get multiplied with 7, and this will get multiplied over b. So basically b equal to 7 times this value, yeah, divide by this value, which is 0.6427876097. You can round off or else use the same calculator to find out these values. So I'm just using Desmos calculator and multiplying this value with 7. So you get 6.3. Now this will value, I will divide that with what we have, uh, 0.6427, 0.6427, and what was that? 0.6427, 876097, 876097, 876097, and then click on enter. So we got value as 9.86. Okay, so here this is our answer. Quite, there's so much decimals here, so many decimal places here. So what we can do is we can just round off that. So our final answer will be 9.9, you can do, or basically you can say just 10. So what is our b? 10. Yeah, if I drag it, so we
All
got
right.
b as 10. So yeah, Desmos calculator, the link which I shared with you is really very helpful. So it will help you to calculate the values of the angles like 65, 75 and all. 0, 30, 45, 60, 90. These angles are widely used, and we do remember the values for these, for all the trigonometric ratios. But the angles apart from this, like anything apart from this, that how we had here 65 and 75, yes, for those we have to use the Desmos calculator to find out the values. Make sense? All good, right? So let's continue, and let's take one more example for sine law, and then we'll come to cosine. Yes. So we have it here, and let's draw this triangle PQR. Correct? So what all is being given? We haven't given with angle P, which is 30. Angle Q is 45. Fine. And side P, where it is? Yeah. Side P means the side opposite to angle P, which is given as 10. And we have to find side Q. The same type of question basically. So this we need to find out. So same, we'll use the sine law, which says the side divided by sine of the opposite angle, which is sine 30, should be equal to q upon sine of the opposite angle, which is sine 45. Right? So 10 sine 30 will be 1 by 2. So 10 upon 1 by 2 equal to q, and sine 45 we need to find. Sine 45 will come out to be 1 upon root 2. So these values you can remember, like 0, 35, 30, 45, 60, and 90. 0, 1, 2, 3, 4. This is how we can find out the values if we don't remember, and take the square root of each one of them. So this is 0, this is 1 upon 2, this is 1 upon root 2, this is root 3 upon 2, and that is 1. So 1 upon root 2 basically. We don't need to use Desmos calculator when the angles are 0, 30, 45, 60, and 90. Now just take it over here. So this is going to become 10 times 2 equal to root 2q. Yeah. And this will be 20 root 2q, and q will be equal to 20 upon root 2. Right. And that you can take a help of Desmos calculator. So 20 divided by root 2. 20, where it is, yeah, so 20 divided by root of 2, that is 14.14. It's a big number in decimals. I mean, more decimal places. It came with the more decimal places, but yeah, we can round off. Yes, this is what it's showing by Desmos calculator. So what we'll do is we will round off and take as a 14. So your q will come out to be 14. Yeah. So this is 14 here. If I drag it over here, yeah. So q came out to be 14. So this is sine law. So basically, what sine law is, the ratios, basically the ratios of the side to the sine of the opposite angle. And we have three pairs as such. All three pairs will be same, like a upon sine a. Another pair can be b upon sine b, and the other can be c upon sine c. All these will be equal to each other. That is a law of sines. This helps us to calculate the missing sides and the missing angles. Now let's do cosine law. Yeah, I'll take it from here. What I have. 1 second. Yeah, yeah. So this is the law of cosines. So what it says, let's make a triangle once again.
All right.
So ABC. Again, the same thing as I told. The side opposite to angle A will be small a. Side opposite to angle B will be small b. And similarly, this is C. So it says the, the square of any side is equal to the sum of the squares of other two sides subtracted by 2BC and cos of that opposite angle. Cos. Same applies for B side. B scale should be equal to A scale plus C scale, sum of the scales of the other two sides, subtracted by the product of the two sides, AC, and the cos of the opposite angle, which is B in this case. And similarly, C scale will be sum of the scales of the two sides minus 2 into this product of the two sides and multiply by cos of that opposite angle. This for cos C. Now, on this, based on this formula, we can find out the missing sides and missing angles. Let's take example and learn it. Yeah, I have the question. Yeah. So let's make a triangle. So in this triangle, they have given us A and B. and the included angle C, and they're asking us to find out C. Okay, let's see. So let's make it triangle ABC, and same as I told, small a will be the side opposite to angle A. Similarly, B and C here. Angle C is given as 60. Okay, makes sense. And we need to find out C. So we will use this version because we need to find out C, right? So we'll use C square equal to A square plus B square plus 2AB cos C. Okay, one second. I'll drag it where we were. Yeah, here. Let's continue. So that will be C square equal to sum of the squares of other two sides minus 2AB and the included cos of the included angle, or you can say angle of opposite to side C. So A square, A and B are being given to us, right? So A is 6, B is 8. So A is 6, B is 8, and cos of 60. So that will come out to be, you can find cos 60, which is half. Or else you can also remember these values, as I told. 0, 30, 45, 60, and 90 are very commonly used angles. So 6 square, we get 36 plus 64 minus 2 times 6 times 8 is 48. 48 times 2 is 96. You can directly write 96. Cos of 60, which is 1 by 2. So this will come out to be 36 plus 64 as 100 minus 48, because yeah, you can cancel it. So 100 minus 48 will be C square equal to, it may not get a proper angle, I mean proper side, like how we have 6 and 8, but yeah, you get some value. So that will be 100 minus 48 will be 52, and C will be equal to root of 52. And root of 52, if we can calculate with the help of Desmos calculator, it is 7.211. 7.211 means we can take it as 7.2. So your C will come out to be 7.2. All good? How we did this question, right? Let's take one more.
Yes.
So yeah, I have the question. So they're saying the sides of a triangle are 5, 7, and 9. Find the largest angle. So again, we'll draw one triangle ABC, and small a will be the side opposite to A. Similarly, B and C. So they have given us A as 5, as 7, and this is 9. So we know one thing, this angle opposite to the greatest side will be the greatest angle. So this 9 is the greatest side. This angle opposite to that will be the greatest. So basically you need to find out this C angle. So let's use that cosine law, which says C square equal to A square plus B square minus 2AB cos of C. So everything is being given, we just put in here 9 square, 5 square plus 7 square minus 2 times 5 times 7 times cos of C, which we don't know. The 9 square coming out to be 81. This 81, 25 plus 49 minus 2 times 5 is 10, 70, 70 cos C. So 25 plus 49 we need to add up. So that will come out to be 50 plus 64. Correct? 74 I mean. So 74 minus 70 cos of C. You can take 74 to the other side. So 85 minus 74 equal to minus 70 cos of C. So this will come out to be 7, right?
Mhm.
So 7 equal to minus 70 cos of C, and then this will get divided. Minus 70 you can take it to the other side. So this becomes 7 upon minus 70 equal to cos C. So basically cos C equal to minus 1 over 10, right? So that we can find out from this Desmos calculator. Cos of minus 1 over 10, close the bracket. Is the, yeah, it's coming out to be 0.99, which is very close to 1. So angle, basically you need to find cos inverse. So cos inverse of minus 1 over 10. 1 second, not cos. So cos inverse, where do we have here? Desmos. Cos inverse, do we have functions? Yeah, we have cos inverse. So cos inverse minus 1 over 10. That we can come back to the main. Minus 1 divided by 10. That is coming out to be 95. 95.739. The 95 angle we can take it out approximately. So this will be equal to C equal to cos inverse of minus 1 over 10, and we are getting value as 93, 95 approximately. The 95 degree. So that is our angle C. So how we, this was a good question to find out the angle when all the sides are same. Till now we were doing the questions where at least one angle was given or two angles were given. But in this one, the angle we figure it out when the side all the sides are same, how to find out the angle. So what we did, we just put the values in the formula, right? And keep on calculating. And once we get cos equal to minus 1 upon 10, C equal to cos inverse of minus 1 upon 10, which came out to be 95 when we input the values in uh, Desmos calculator. So all good with this concept, right? With the sine and cosine law, Nathan? All well?